Pickard Park never fails to deliver, and you can take that to the bank. Appropriately enough, the TruBank Des Moines Challenge presented by DGA comes to a close. Grant Zellner on Tournament Central, wrapping up a day that was hot in so many ways, but no way hotter than the play by this man, Anthony Barela, a multi-time winner in 2024, and another one today. AB, first of all, I want to hear your emotions now that you've had a few minutes to process things.
I don't know. I felt like I was in a trance for those first 7 holes or so. I felt like I could throw it anywhere and make it from anywhere. And then hole 8, I kind of let that downhill tee pad take a toll on me and just completely yanked it to the side and lost focus there for a little bit. And then picked it back up. And then down the stretch, I was like more nervous than I've ever been before. And then I ended up crawling to like a 4-stroke lead. And then I felt pretty calm after that.
You're such a young player. You finally broke through this year, and now you've become a multi-time winner so quickly. I want to ask you about the nerves and how that's changing now that you have got some trophies in your trophy case. You said, though, you're still feeling them. So how are you dealing with them?
Yeah, I feel the exact same nerves I felt before, but it's been the same thing every single time I come down the stretch this season. I just tell myself, this is what you live for. Like, these feelings are what you need to feel. And I just use that to my advantage.
You know, you had to get off to a hot start, trailing by 2 at the beginning of the day. After those first 7 holes, you knew that you had erased that lead. From that point on, were you keeping track of scores? Were you playing match play at all with Adam or anybody else on the card?
Yeah, I had in my head what was going on between me and Adam pretty much the whole round. And, yeah, it's a final day, and I just was playing against him.
I want to ask you how much 17 and 18 were looming in the back of your mind as you got closer and closer to a finishing stretch that has proven over the course of this weekend to be a real challenge for the players throughout the field.
Yeah. I knew this tournament was going to come down to 16, 17, 18. Hole 16 has my number. I didn't hit that gap once the whole tournament. And then hole 17, I had, I believe, a 4-stroke lead, so I figured I would just go for the island, and then it would be an easy up and down from the drop zone, and then just had to keep it clean on hole 18. But those are definitely daunting holes, but I had enough of a lead to where it was a little bit less stressful.
A massive crowd on 18, and because you had a multi-stroke lead, you were able to walk 18 knowing that you had the victory. They knew that you had the victory. They're chanting your initials and your name, yelling at you. A lot of people go through their whole life and never get to feel something quite like that. You've gotten to feel it now more than once, but today seemed like it might be particularly special after the grind at the weekend.
Yeah, it was a hot day. I was drained, and then going down that last fairway, seeing there's so many people there. It felt like there was thousands and just all cheering for me. It's just a feeling that, I mean, I live for this feeling, and I like, it's all I chase now. And I just want to thank all the fans that came out. They really showed out this weekend, regardless of the hot weather, and just so many AB jerseys. I'm so appreciative of everyone who supports me.
The grind never stops. You'll be on a plane. In fact, the same plane that Matty O will be on, and maybe even some other players. You'll be on that plane to Europe
tomorrow.
That's going to be exhausting, that travel alone, plus the stretch of tournaments, and then right back here for a stretch that is known to be very, very challenging, Ledgestone, Idlewild, and others. I want to ask you how you're feeling physically and mentally knowing what is to come over the next 6 weeks or so.
I mean, the worst part for me is the flying. I get so bored on these long airplane rides. It's just brutal. But once I get past that, I'm just going to, take it one shot at a time. I'm not really worried about the future too much. I'm just going to live in the moment for now.
Anthony Barela, living in the moment, and it's a good moment to live in. Congratulations on a great show this week.
Thanks to people.
Absolutely.
First off, I want to thank my girlfriend for just being so supportive of me. She's just the most loving person I know. And then I obviously want to thank my parents. They're my rock. I would not be here without them. And then all my family back home, I know they're watching. They're all watching at my parents' house. And all my friends, they always tune in when I'm in the mix. And I just really appreciate everyone who supports me. It's just crazy. And then I want to shout out my boy Cupcake. He caddied for me round 1. And my boy Jake Brown caddied for me the last 2 rounds. And I don't think I could have pulled it off without those two.
Well, thank you for putting on a great show this week.
Thank you.